but I'll still be in the classroom and teaching and all of that. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I am Nina Rodriguez and this is Miss Fit to Teach, where I talk about all things teaching and how to stay mentally, physically, and emotionally fit to teach. So if I haven't met you already, please hit the subscribe button below and click on the notification bell so that you and I can come together every week. Yes, I wanted to make this video this week to talk about a new position that I will be accepting. And this really just kind of came about because one of the teachers who is a great friend of mine that I really look up to, she's unfortunately leaving since she's accepted a new position at a different school within our district, which is great for her. I was a bit sad to see that she was leaving, but it did leave a vacancy. So for a very long time now, she has been our department chair and therefore my mentor in a lot of ways. And if you don't have a teacher mentor yet, I really recommend one as part of your teacher journey, because this is an individual who's been in the trenches longer than you, who theoretically has more experience than you, and can be a really great support system for you. So I lost my mentor, but it's fine. I've been in the school now for some time, and I'm sort of turning to that point where I'm more of a mentor to others, and it does put me in the search to find a new teacher mentor. So if you know anybody. All right, so getting to the point of this video, of course, with her leaving, it left a vacancy. Who would be our new English department chair? So as I've said, this being my year number 7 in the classroom, I felt like if people were not leaping to that position, or if they hadn't already preemptively filled it, then I may as well go ahead and ask for it. And I did that for a couple reasons. I could tell you the one reason I didn't do it was for the pay increase. It's really not anything that much I would make a significant difference, so it totally wasn't for that. But the main reason I did it was because I think in that position, number one, you have to have a love of serving others, and you have to have a love of connecting with people. This is teaching, right? This is communication, interaction, dealing with people 101. You have got to have this innate love of being of service to others. And if you don't have that, these type of like extra positions really, maybe you're not cut from the cloth to do that. Maybe you're just designed to be in the classroom, be with your students, and then get on out of there when the day is done. So that was the first thing. I really wanted to be of service to others in a broader sense than just being in the classroom with my students. Another reason was, again, this being year 7, I know our curriculum, I know our SOLs, the things that the kids are going to be tested on at the end of the year. I know the ins and outs of what should go into these lessons to make them impactful and purposeful for our demographic of kids. I know all of those things well enough to where I'm able to share that with our newcoming English teachers, as well as piggybacking with the teachers that have sort of been here for a few years. So now those are my 2 main reasons for doing this. And here are just some things that I would consider if you are a teacher who maybe is starting to feel pulled to do something else, but you're not sure if maybe right now is the ideal time to pull the trigger for you. One, I would say that it's a pretty good indicator that you should start considering branching out if you are a teacher who's been in the trenches longer than, say, 5 years. Why would anybody wait to make progress in their career beyond 5 years? Okay, here's why I say that. I don't think that you should turn off opportunities if they're sitting in your lap. No, I don't think that you should forego things that you know you would be good at just so that you can hit this 5-year mark. That's not at all what I'm saying. I think that you should in most cases waited out 5 years first, because statistically we know that teachers tend to leave teaching altogether within that 3 to 5 year mark. And we're not even talking about like leaving teaching to accept a different position within the school setting. I'm talking about leaving teaching altogether. They are quitting the classroom, they're quitting education in search of something else, and just kind of leaving the industry altogether. So for a teacher that has been involved in the system for longer than 3 to 5 years, it's a pretty good marker that teacher has a great deal of experience year to year. B, that teacher has seen others sort of filter in and out of the school that they serve. They've seen new faces, they've seen the same faces, they're really, really familiar with the territory. And also, when a teacher lasts beyond that 5 year mark, it becomes a rite of passage, right? You have made it through arguably the toughest, like most challenging, newest years in your career, and therefore you have built this really strong foundation on which you can continue to now build your career and the trajectory of what you want your career to look like. So if you are looking to sort of branch out, the first thing I would ask is, how long have you been in the classroom? If it's within 3 to 5 years, definitely not less than 3, and now 5 sort of being ideal. If that's your situation, yeah, let's look at what opportunities are available to you and start thinking about what you want to do in education long term. The other thing to check into if you are a teacher who's looking to branch out career-wise, what are your talents and skill sets, and what position do you think would be the best use of those talents and skill sets? If you're a teacher who's been in the classroom for some time, you start to gain a really good sense of your strengths as well as your weaknesses, and those are really, really useful in informing career decisions outside of your classroom. If you're a teacher who really, really excels with computer technology, classroom technology, I've seen a lot of teachers actually leave the classroom to go into the IT departments of their districts. If you're a teacher who knows your curriculum back and front, you can recite it as the gospel, you understand lesson planning, you're really good at piecing those technical things together and those minute details, then it might be really, really good for you to consider being the curriculum supervisor for your area. Or similar to what I'll be doing, maybe stepping into a department chair for your grade level or for your school, however it works for you guys. If you are just really, really good with classroom management, you know how to get around a classroom, manage different personalities, and drive home a lesson with gusto and energy and impact, keeping students engaged and knowing how to control the different elements in the classroom, maybe you should consider being an instructional coach and passing on the blessing of that knowledge to incoming teachers and teachers who are struggling in your school. The point is, there are a lot of different ways to take your career in education, and I don't want any teacher to feel pigeonholed into being just a classroom teacher year after year after year after year. That can sometimes feel very draining, and we lose our sense of purpose when we start to lose our sense of trajectory and hope for what our career could be. So the point is, keep dreaming, keep visualizing what you want your teaching career to look like. Be patient and never ever lose hope in that you really can branch out beyond teaching. The classroom is not the be-all end-all for you. That's simply the starting point. And with your talents and skill sets, truly the sky is the limit. You can do a lot for students, for other teachers, and for your community, and it just starts right within your classroom. So that's it. Are you stepping into a different position this year in teaching? Please leave a comment below telling me what you're looking forward to this school year, what your role will be, how you plan to be of service in your classroom and in your school. And as always, do everything you can to stay fit to teach. I will see you next week. Be well.